Well, we keep trying wildflower areas and we do different things to different places. This had a dwarf narcissi on the edge. You can still see it's going yellow, haven't removed it yet. Bit of red campium in there, and round here, this area here where you can see around the front of me and where Bob's working there, you can see that this was a lot of bulbs. These are all pheasant eye. Pheasant eye is quite a late flower. It's one of the original narcissi. Now, we've cleared an area under here. It gets sun through a big chunk of the day, and we're going to expand the wildflower area. Well, we're going to try anyway. Bob's raking up a lot of leaf here. It's an evergreen oak, as you can see here. Not a happy evergreen oak. It has a leaf spot, seems to drop a lot of leaf, and we'll collect that up and put that, guess where? On the compost heap. Yes. We're going to be talking on World Radio Gardening a lot more about compost in the future, but that's what we're doing here. Now, Bob is next going to use, has he finished raking? I think he has. He's next going to use, actually, it's a scarifying rake from Wolf. You can notice they're all Wolf tools, interchangeable heads, and this is just to produce a soil tilt, really. We don't want rich soil, but it will, while we leave him doing that, it does rake it up, does do a nice job. And what we'll do is we'll spread the wildflower seed and then we'll just tread it in, literally with our boots. It's as simple as that. And slowly this area, hopefully, will, as you drive into this garden here, on the right will be a lovely thing. While I leave Bob raking it up here, he's worked, look, he's right up under the tree there, producing that tilt. You don't want a rich soil for wildflowers, but you do want some soil, and you can see my shadow there. I'm going to show you what we're using in this area. It's from King's Seeds. It's cornfield, we'll get it right, 100% cornfield annuals. So annuals, yeah, what you got to do with annuals? You got to let them grow, we got to let them flower, and then we harvest them. I'll tell you a bit more about that. Show you what we're doing here. We're using kiln dried sand and we're mixing it in with the seed, and this way you can distribute it a lot easier. And so what I just want to mention is with wildflowers on an annual basis, what you do is you have to wait till August, late August possibly, depending on the year, let them all go to seed, and then you cut them, leave them on the ground for a little while, especially if it's dry weather, and then really pick them up, give them a bit of a shake, and your seed will be going back in. It's as simple as that. Now, if I pass this bucket over to Bob, Bob can show us how he is going to put the seed on. And basically, you can see he's putting the sand. I can't see him actually, so you need to turn around, Bob, because we can't show people what we're doing. And you can see what Bob's doing. He's picking it out, yeah, and see the sand coming out? Well, that's got seed in it, believe it or not. And so there we go. Bob's doing the area, and while he's finishing off the area, then he's done the raking. So what have we done? Something quite simple. We've just added a dry mix sand. If you haven't got a kiln dried sand, don't go and buy a 25 kilo bag. Just get some sand that you might have. You can use sharp sand, but just dry it out on the paving somewhere at home. And then what you can do is just once it's dry, then use it in a bucket. I think Bob's nearly well finished, haven't you there, Bob, over there? Yeah, and now what we're going to do, just tread it in as we would an area of soil. Yeah. So should we just show people how we would tread in? So show us how you tread in. See, simple as that, and that will just push it in. So there are, a bit more wildflower, and we'll come back to this area. Hopefully in parts of Britain we'll get a bit of rain in the next week or so, and that should help it on its way. Shall I leave Bob working? Yeah. Don't forget, more gardening on World Radio Gardening. Check out the website. We have lots and lots of help for you budding gardeners, expert gardeners and beginners.